Yo, what's up? We're back again. Like and subscribe if you want to. If not, it's cool too. But we're gonna be talking about Lakers today, the 2020 champions. But we're gonna focus on what they did in this offseason now. Even though I think the Hawks probably had the most impressive offseason, the Hawks were a bad team last year. They might have had Trae Young and everything. They were a bad team. The Lakers were the NBA champions, and they had an amazing offseason. If you don't know what that means, let me spell it out for you, man. That means the NBA champions just got a lot better. And if you already won the championship and you're getting better, especially to the magnitude that they did, in my opinion, it's gonna be pretty scary next year for everybody, honestly. Now they did lose some key pieces, they really did. And the two players that come to mind, everybody probably knows of, Dwight Howard and Rajon Rondo. Now, some people weren't too high on them. I was huge fan when they went there. I've always just valued Howard, just because he's been an all-time great center. Might not be what he used to be, but he's still a contributor. And Rondo, I mean, playoff Rondo is not a myth, man. I've always said this. Like, it's not a myth. They call him playoff Rondo for a reason. They don't. The only reason playoff P get called playoff P is because he calls us playoff P. Rondo never calls himself playoff Rondo, but he still gets called playoff Rondo because he's that good. I mean, every single playoff run, he will put up star numbers every time he turns into a star in the playoffs, in my opinion. And he was the third best player on the Lakers in the playoffs. It's sad to see him go. If you're a Lakers fan, I know it is. But I don't think the Dwight Howard one, even though I like him a lot, it's not that big of a hit. You wanna know why it's not that big of a hit? Well, it's because y'all have a pretty damn good front office. So, first off, LeBron and AD still on the team. AD's technically not signed, but we're calling him signed. All right, and they still have Kyle Kuzma. They got Markeith Morris back, and they got Contavious Caldwell Pope back. Okay, and Danny Green, that everybody was making fun of and everything. They traded him. They said, "Get out here, get out." So they got him out of there, man. They got him out. But what did they get out of that? They got Dennis Schroeder, one of the he was a top three candidate for sixth man of the year. I believe he came in second place, and he was the best guard off the bench easily, of course, last year. And not only just was he was good in the clutch. He was part of the Thunder of one of the best fourth quarter teams of all time last year. He made a lot of clutch shots last season. And last year was the first year, in my opinion, he looked like he could be a real shooter from outside. Like he's always made shots from outside, but it's never been at an elite level. And last year, he looked like he should be making them shots. He looked like I believed in him, and I don't know. I think he's just developed into an actual consistent shooter, and I think it will continue. So we'll see on that. But I do think that's a huge addition, and even though they're two different players, I think he definitely makes up for Rondo, and what Rondo lacks, he does give, so that helps him out. And even though Howard's good, Montrezl Harrell, it makes him a lot better. I mean, we are talking about the sixth man of the year. So they got the top two candidates for sixth man of the year on the team now. And they got this guy, man. And although his defense isn't great, they have Anthony Davis. I mean, this guy can give you a lot of points, honestly, for an undersized center. And he gives you a lot of intensity and energy and um, some second chances on offense rebounds. I really like his game. A lot of hustle, a lot of grit, a lot of grind. I love it. Not to mention, they trade away JaVale McGee to get Mark Gasol. They got Mark Gasol, man. He just won a championship 2019. He doesn't do too much on in terms of scoring anymore, but he is still a great passer. He can score if he needs to, and of course his defense is still pretty damn good. And AD doesn't really like to play center, so having Mark Gasol, Montrez, man, the center spot definitely helps him out there. So I'm looking at this team, and I don't really see any flaws in it, man. Like they still have Alex Caruso. They still I don't remember if I mentioned Wesley Matthews, but they got him. Um, it's just kind of the same. But last year, even though, all right, I like Rondo, right, and Howard and McGee, I like all those players. But I just felt like with Anthony Davis, with LeBron James, they didn't fit that great. That's why I picked the Clippers to win. Honestly, the NBA Finals throughout the whole season, even in the playoffs, I said that. And in the end, the Lakers came out on top. But I kind of just bought into how good the Lakers were. But at the end of the day, the whole season, I thought, damn, how does that even work? Like, if they have probably their best players on the court, the lineup would have been, in my opinion, their best player would have been Rondo, Danny Green, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard. Think of that. That probably makes LeBron the second best shooter in that lineup. Well, I don't even know, is he the best? Because he better than Danny Green at shooting now? See, like, there would be no shooting in that lineup at all. And now I feel like you kind of got rid of some of that clunkiness, you feel me? Like, some of that clunkiness is gone. So now what's going to happen is if you put in your best lineup, you're going to have Dennis Schroeder out there, okay? Then you're going to have Contavious Caldwell Pope, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and you can have like Mark Gasol, and he can shoot. He's a pretty damn good shooter, honestly, if you need him to shoot. That is a big difference and opens. I don't know if y'all saw in the playoffs. LeBron was kind of upset. He does this every year, but he wants more space, man. They were just too clumped up together, and he was kind of getting frustrated about it. And LeBron's definitely a guy who likes space, likes to be a facilitator, draw attention, draw double teams, and he'd definitely be able to work a lot better around all this. So do I think the Lakers are a lot to be champions next year? No. But what I can say is I love the moves the front office is doing. I think they will finish as the number one seed next year, and they definitely will be one of the favorites to win. And I can't wait to see them next year. And honestly, I can't wait to see if any teams up for the task to take them down, man. That's all I got today for y'all. I'm not gonna keep y'all here all day. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna be covering the off season. Or I might not have said it this video, but I said it before. Be covering all this off season news and be covering when the season starts. Gonna be covering everything, man. All the big stuff. You can comment down below if you want me to cover anything I haven't, but it is what it is, man. I catch y'all next time. Is Lot Sports out.